students, welcome to the session. This is Sweta, your English master teacher at Vedantu, and I hope all of you are doing super amazing. And today we will be starting with the second session on Amanda, right? So it's a wonderful poem and quite relevant in our day-to-day life as well, right? So we have already completed the poem in the first session, the previous session. So I hope you are absolutely clear with the poem. Also, watch out this print text session for Amanda, where I have dealt with the very important question answers. Right. So here we will be talking about the important question and answers from the poem. Right. So these question and answers which we haven't discussed. Yes. So don't think that it's a repetition or a repetitive session. No, not at all. All the questions are completely different. Right. So please stay tuned throughout the session. The more you practice questions, the more it is beneficial for you guys. So let us begin with the session, and I want to share a very relevant quote with all of you. Please listen to this quote. There are two gifts we should give our children. One is roots, the other is wings. Very, very, very beautiful and a very significant quote, very deep quote, right? So what we forget is we definitely give roots to our children, but what we forget is the wings part, right? So this wings is very, very important, guys. If we do not let our children fly, if we do not give freedom, wings, definitely you can understand it's associated with freedom, which Amanda lacked, right? So let us see what is the importance of this wing and how is, the present society restricting the children, right? Which is very, very much there in Amanda as well. So we'll start with the important question and answer. The moment I'll show you the question, I want the answers there on the chat box. First, we will be beginning with the extract based question. So please read the extract very carefully, and I want the answers on the chat box, guys. Okay, quickly, within 2 minutes, right? So this is the extract. There's a languid emerald sea where the sole inhabitant is me, a mermaid drifting blissfully, right? So the question is, why are these lines given in within brackets? Very important question. You should definitely know the reason. I have already discussed the reason in the previous session when I was dealing with the entire poem. Options are because they were spoken by Amanda's father, who was sitting next to Amanda, because they reveal the inner thoughts of Amanda. Brackets are used for visual contrast between what Amanda is saying and what her mother is instructing. These lines are given within brackets because they reveal the inner thoughts of Amanda's mother, or none of the above. Please post your answers right now in the chat box, and we will see the answer to the question, guys, right now. The answer is they reveal the inner thoughts of Amanda. Definitely, this is the correct answer. Also, you could be asked this question for a 2 marks question. So for that, you have to, if you write the entire thing here, okay, it's sufficient, guys. So 1 point is definitely revealing the inner thoughts, right? So that's point number 1. 1 minute, let me underline this and give you the exact details of this answer. So yeah, inner thoughts of Amanda, guys. This is point number 1, which you should mention. And point number 2 is visual contrast between what Amanda is saying and what her mother is instructing, right? This is point number 2. So if you are asked this question for 2 marks, as a 2 marks question, then also I think you would be definitely able to answer the question, right? Moving ahead is the next question. Give the word from the passage which means free flowing act of going with the motion and force. Okay, please be very careful. Free flowing act of going with the motion and force. Options: drifting, languid, inhabitant, or none. As I told you, whenever you are reading any poem, you need to know the word meaning of each and every a word. That is why we always add the vocabulary section for you. That will be really helpful for your word meaning, understanding the word meaning. So quickly, I think you have already given the answer in the chat box. So yes, drifting is the correct answer, guys, right? Drifting means what? Act of going with the motion and force. Free flowing act, okay? Free flowing act of going with the motion and force. Next is, what is the role of mermaid here? Okay, options: part of Amanda's fantasy in her own created world. As mermaid sails in a sea carelessly and effortlessly, similarly, Amanda longs to do so in a place where she's all by herself. Mermaid is a part of the mother's imagination. She wants Amanda to be as beautiful a mermaid, so that as a mermaid, sorry, so that Amanda can be successful in her future. Mermaid is part of both Amanda and her mother's imagination. They want to be like mermaids who sail effortlessly in the ocean, or none. Which one is the correct answer? Please post it in the chat box right now. Let's see. So definitely it is the first one, that is mermaid is a part of Amanda's fancy, and as mermaid sails in sea carelessly and effortlessly, Amanda also longs to do in a place where she is alone, right? Next question is, which is the word which means the opposite of sorrowful? Opposite is also known as antonym. Okay, so you can also be given this word instead of opposite. It means the same. Do not get confused, right? Options are soul, blissfully, languid, or none. Answers in the chat box, please. Let us see the answer. It is blissfully. I think all of you have got it correct. Blissfully is the opposite of sorrowful. So now we will be starting with the other questions. Now subjective questions. So we are done with the objective questions, and do tell me in the chat box how many of you have got all of them correct. That is 4 out of 4. Give me a quick high five in the chat box. So now let us start with the next section, that is the subjective part. Is the purpose of someone constantly giving instructions to Amanda being fulfilled? Please explain. So what are the points that you are to write in this answer? Please mention at least 1 or 2 points from your end in the chat box. Okay, let's see. Of course, no, it is not fulfilled, because Amanda, what is the mood of Amanda? She is sulking. She is moody. Okay, she does not even listen and forget about following them. But of course, she cannot ignore also, so she sulks. And she is, in her own, she creates her own imaginary land. Okay, right? So parents, in their endeavor to make their children well behave, give them too many instructions, right? And that is in a nagging tone. So of course that nagging tone suffocates Amanda, who longs for freedom, right? And you remember, I began the session with the chapter with the quote on giving wings. So wings of freedom, that is something that the parents forget to give. In case of Amanda, that was the case. So guys, I hope you are enjoying the session with us. If you are, then please do join us with for 100% marks and 100% knowledge. If you want to join us, please do visit the link below in the description box and pin comment, and you can have unlimited access to live classes with high level quiz. You can compete with the students throughout the world. You can have interactive replays with live quizzes and leaderboards, premium downloadable content with handwritten notes of the master teachers, and you can solve all your doubts in the class. And after each and every session, you will be getting the assignments, right? So that will be really very helpful for you, and that will give you structure, the structure that you're currently lacking, guys, which is pulling you back. So we do not want that. We want to give you the best, right? And you can avail free 5,000 plus micro courses and crash courses for competitive exams, and that too in less price, guys. So here is the link in the description box and the pin comment. This is the coupon code that you can use, that is SWREPRO, guys. This is the coupon code. And doing the Tabahi math, you see per class price is 9 rupees per class, and 11 for 3 months, and 11 rupees per class for a month, which is even cheaper than a packet of Lays, guys. So do not forget to use the coupon code SWREPRO, because that is going to give you this 1 month subscription at 2159 instead of 2699, and 5599 instead of 7000 for 3 months, guys. So please do not miss out on the coupon code. So I'm looking forward to see you very soon as part of our Vedantu family, guys. So just visit the link, use the coupon code. Resuming the session, guys. Amanda imagines herself to be Rapunzel, yet would not like to do what all she did. Identify and state the reasons. Come on, guys, you definitely can do this answer. So let us check what can be your answer. Definitely, Amanda wants to be Rapunzel, right? Solitary tower. Okay, so what is attractive for her is that peace, that tranquility, right? So she wants to live that peaceful life in the tower. Therefore, she doesn't want to let down her hair and allow anybody climb up, right? So that was Amanda's wish because she was definitely, so that was a kind of escape into a tranquil world, okay, of fancy, okay, from the harsh world, harsh and suffocating, sorry, world of reality. So this is what was her desire, and that is why she did not want to do what Rapunzel had done, that is let down her golden hair so that somebody could climb up. Moving ahead, is Amanda's attitude a typical teenager behavior? What is the lesson for parents from this poem? Very important question for everybody, right? So this is definitely the typical teenager behavior because Amanda is the outbreak of acne. That is definitely the symbol that Amanda is now in her teenage years. She's rebellious. Teenagers can be definitely rebellious. They want their independence, fierce independence, right? So this is an important characteristic of, okay, teenagers. So they actually, teenage is a time of storm and stress. As I always keep telling you, teenage is a time of storm and stress because the teenagers undergo a lot of physical changes, biological changes, which affects the psyche as well. So psychological changes as well. So definitely this is one of the changes that undergoes inside the teenagers in their mind, right? So in such a situation, it is the lesson for the parents not to nag and yell at them, right? It will make matters worse. Forcing decisions can only make them detached, as we see in Amanda's case, where she wants to be a mermaid to escape the reality, where she even wants to be an orphan, which is hopelessly depressive, guys. Or she wants the life of that lonely Rapunzel living in the solitary tower because she craves for that peace and tranquility, that because freedom is sweet for her, and tranquility and peace is golden, silence is golden, right? So definitely she is not in the mood of listening. She is just escaping into her responses, going into the world of imaginary fantasies, right? So that is the lesson for all the parents as well, to be a friend, philosopher and guide to the children, to give them both the roots as well as the wings. So definitely you can use this quote, right? To give them roots and wings. The quote with which I began the lesson. So therefore I begin the lesson with quote so that you can also make use of these quotes in your answers, which will be definitely an enriching part for your answer, right? Next is, what does the girl yearn for? What does this poem tell you about Amanda? Just now we have done. So definitely she yearns for the wings of freedom, right? Right? है ना? And she doesn't want to be controlled and have this suffocation of being constantly nagged at, right? So she wants that space to live her life, to bloom, okay, to blossom, and nobody should give her instructions. She is definitely very irritated of getting constant instructions of not doing certain things, that is negative also, right? So she wants to escape this harsh reality. She's a moody and imaginative girl who loves fantasies and wants to live in the world of imagination so that she could escape from this harsh real world where she is being stifled, she is being suffocated, right? So that was all, guys. These are the questions that will be really helpful to you. Apart from these questions, also follow the questions done on the English channel and the sprint text sessions, guys. So that will make your preparation absolutely complete, guys. So this is the link in the description box. Use the coupon code SWREPRO. And with that, we come up with the homework question. What does the speaker tell Amanda in the end? And what is the speaker afraid of? Please post your answers in the question or in the comment section, guys. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed the session and the session was really helpful to you guys. So please don't forget to hit the like button, share the video amongst your friends so that they could also enjoy as you did, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you still haven't. We'll meet in the next session. Till then, bye bye.